Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be doing this Operation Right Home sketch number 23. And I've used this one before, I think in one of my Christmas sketches, if not this past year, the year before. It's very simple and easy to use, and it is a great way to use up scraps, even though I am going to use one full sheet and then scraps from a sheet that we used, I think it was a couple of cards ago. So I cut down my matte piece of paper to 5 and 3/8 by 4 and 1/8. And then you can see there I'm doing the A2 size card with the sideways fold. So that way it'll line up right. Because I like doing the top fold. And then if I just want a horizontal card, I just turn it. All right, so our pattern paper is cut to 1.5 by 5 and 1/4. Okay, and that's going to give me 1/8 of an inch border around the pattern paper. Now, when I wind up putting this together, I think I wind up having a little bit more of the black up at the top. It's okay. It still fits on the card. Everything looks good. I think sometimes it's part of what makes making home handmade cards interesting. Okay, so I'm using the tape runner with some of the art glitter glue, and it's hard to see, but anywhere where I put tape, I always put the glue because that's how you get the extra time. If you put down tape and then put the glue around the tape, when you lay it down, it's not going to give you that time to wiggle it around. Okay, you need the wet glue on top of the tape to get it to be able to lift up. Okay. Now, where these two pattern papers meet in the center, I'm taking some peel-offs that I have in my stash that I got from Love from Lizi, and we're going to put that down the middle. Now, on the sketch itself, it doesn't say anything about that, but I'm just going to cut so that there's a little bit extra so that I can fold it over. And then that way, when I lay it on top of the card front, it'll be hidden. And I save that little piece because you never know what you can use that for. So sometimes you can hide pieces on top, things like that. So for the horizontal line, the lighter gray that's going up and down underneath the circle, I'm grabbing one of these from the sticker book. It's almost like little washi tapes in a way, except it's a little bit thicker because it's a thicker cardstock with the tape on the back or the sticker on the back. So I'm just gonna grab this one, and not that I'm really lining it up on the grid mat, but I'm trying to use the grid mat as much as possible to try and get it to line up. And then if it looks a little off, I'm just gonna readjust. And then I'm gonna cut this down, trim that down, and then I'm not going to save that piece because unfortunately I don't have anything else to put with it, even though I do have another one. Like, I took those two off and they're still here on this sheet, so we're covered. And then on the card I have off to the side, I used one of the sticker circles, but for this one I want to use one that's in the 6.5 by 6.5 pad. And I'm going to use the one that says Friends with the butterfly because that's super cute. And it's pink. Now, the only thing with it laying down like that, I thought it's blending in too much. So I'm going to grab my distress tool and some black soot, and I'm going to go around the edge of the circle. And what that does is it's going to give it enough definition to stand up on its own and kind of pull front of the pattern that it's on top of. And then we'll just put the lid back on, and when I lay it down now, see, it doesn't blend in as much to the background. And then we're just going to grab some foam squares. I got these from Tailored Expression, and I'm just going to put 3. This circle is a little bit smaller than what they say in the sketch itself, but it still works. And we're just going to place that down, and then we're going to attach this all to our card front. And by putting the peel offs to where they wrap around the ends, it really is going to secure them nice and tight on your project, and you're not going to worry about any of them lifting up. I haven't heard anybody like really complain about it or talk about the peel off lifting, but you know, if you're worried about it, that's what I would do, is just put it around the project. All right, and then we're going to use some ivory shell crystal drops. And I'm going to put 3 dots right here in the upper right. And on this one, I think I wind up putting them pretty close together. When I bring out my second card, you'll see that they're more spread out. It's whatever you choose. I also thought about getting some of the Black Nouveau drops. And oh, right there, I wanted to tell you, I added a little bit more of the Nouveau drops to that top one, and it looked perfect. So if you hit it before it dries and tap it again, you can make it bigger if you need to. So there's 2 different ways, by doing the circle with the like a mat underneath of it, or if you do the inked edge around. You could do either way, and I think it works. I do like the layered look only because I really like the layers on top of cards. I just think it adds a little something to it, you know? So I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And make sure you hit the little bell, because that'll give you notifications whenever I upload a project, okay? And if you have any comments, you can feel free to leave them down below. I love reading them, and I try to make sure I respond to everybody. So thanks again, you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend.